What's up, everybody? Here we are, the UberCrit cast. Podcast returns again. This is the second coming. Well, third coming. Yeah, because we came back once, we're coming back again. And here we are. I'm Connor. There's Andrew. Yeah. And Cody. And Steve-O.
Hey, everybody.
Steve-O gets to actually do something.
Don't make him think that he's people.
Yeah, don't encourage Steve-O to be too big.
Hey, I have a birth certificate.
All right.
He's not people.
Anyways, first thing off the bat, there's two really big releases coming out this next week.
The Hearthstone expansion just released, and it's called Blackrock Mountain, and it's...
Andrew really likes Hearthstone. Go ahead and talk about Hearthstone. Go ahead. It's actually new. It's irrelevant. Let's go.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Okay, so Blackrock Mountain's coming out. The first week was released, and in the first release, you get to unlock 4 different cards. One of them's called Gang Up, Revive, Emperor Tharusian, and I don't remember the other one. It's probably really bad. It's really fun. It's like 15 bosses, a bunch of unlocked cards, unlocked card backs.
Cost money?
Yeah, it costs money.
Okay.
It's $25. It's $25.
It costs 1 money.
It costs 1 gold.
1 money.
Yeah, it's $25. You get like 15 boss fights, a bunch of cards, a bunch of challenges, all these other things. It's like any other DLC expansion, except it's by Blizzard, so it's expensive.
That's true. Blizzard is expensive with their stuff. Like, they're on World of Warcraft. They have a boost to level 90. So if you're starting out or maybe not starting out, but you're starting a new character. After playing for a while, you can boost your character. It's $60 to boost to 90. So it's like you can spend, a hardcore week of grinding, or you can pay $60.
So, and I mean, the only other big release lately has been MLB 15, the show. I mean, it's fantastic.
My God.
Okay, I'm done, guys. I'm done. I'm going to go back in the corner. What were you going to say before I interrupted
Two
you,
big
Connor?
games this week. Mortal Kombat 10
And Vapor?
X, yeah. Mortal Kombat
No, Vapor
X.
doesn't come out for a few months.
Oh, okay.
And Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out for PC with all of its...
Have you seen the physical version?
What's that?
The physical version of Grand Theft Auto 5 has 7 discs.
7. Was it?
Whoa.
Are you using CDs?
Yeah, they're not using Blu-rays. They're
That's
using
too
CDs.
many.
They're not even
There's
using
7
DVDs?
discs.
That's
it's
too many.
amazing.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's too many.
That's
Get that shit digital, man.
That's funny, actually, because it's games nowadays range about 40 gigs.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
and a
7 CDs.
Yeah, Jesus Lord, dude.
That's a lot of freaking
What do you do with all
CDs?
those discs? Dude,
All those jocks.
Coasters.
coasters. Just install the game and then use them as coasters from then on out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do people still buy games physically for the PC?
Yeah, they you have to special order them though. Like if you go to GameStop, you have to pre-order when you're there. They ask you if you want a physical or a digital,
Okay.
and so you actually have to ask for a physical before the game comes out. But they still make them.
You know what? When I was at GameStop, they still have a little shelf at my GameStop, a little shelf with physicals of like really old games, PC games. Like one of them that I saw was Mirror's Edge, and
That's not that old. Well, it's kind of old.
I forgot what other game it was.
Easily. Honestly, the only physical game on PC that I've bought recently was the Elder Scrolls Collection, which they don't make Daggerfall or Arena digitally. So that was the only way to get those 2 games. And it's all one collection. But it's pretty funny because you buy it, it has this physical disc for Skyrim and Oblivion. And it's like, yeah, you can throw those away. You don't need those because as soon as you get it, you put the discs in, it opens up Steam and says use the code on the box to download on Steam and get all the DLC.
Didn't Brenda get the
Wow.
World of Warcraft expansion collector's edition too?
Yes.
See, it's
But
almost
that's because
as-
it came with physical goodies. I think that's the only time people buy physical games when it comes to goodies.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as the PS3 and 360 version of the DuckTales game, the
Uh-huh.
physical, non-physical. You bought it, they gave you a case, you
And
opened
it came
it
with a
up, and it's
fucking
just a
piece of
code.
paper. Yeah, that
It
happened
was-
with Minecraft on the Vita. That
Yeah.
pissed me off.
You just open it, it's a code. Hey, here's your code to download it.
Yeah, you know what made it even worse about Minecraft for me? Is I was like, okay, they're saying that they're going to come out with the physical edition a month later. And I was like, alright, I'm going to do that because I would like a little physical Minecraft chip to be on my Vita. I get the damn thing and it's a piece of paper with the code. I was like, I could have gotten this a month ago. I don't need this fucking case.
You could have built the Eiffel Tower in that time.
Yeah, probably. In a month's time, I could have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Mortal Kombat 10's coming out.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 10. Pre-order to play as Goro again.
It's really cool. The fatalities are so gory this time around.
I have to wait till
I know
More
people
so,
always say
yeah.
that,
They're
but-
always gory, but this time they're
Pretty gnarly. Yeah,
sawing faces off
Yeah,
and
they're
brains
pretty-
scooping out. And
pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. Like when the dude got his head chopped off, you just see the brain all coming out with his eyeball. Oh man.
Yeah, good stuff.
It was intense.
I'm really excited. I love Mortal Kombat. I think I've said this before, actually, on one of these podcasts, that Mortal Kombat's my favorite fighter. It's like Street Fighter's right there, honestly. I'm like always been Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Who knows? Mortal Kombat, though, has always come out on top for me.
I could kick your ass in Mortal Kombat.
You kick my ass in Mortal Kombat.
Ooh.
Challenge, throwdown right now. This is going to be an episode coming up. Steve-O versus Connor. That's coming.
Right. Come over to my house right now. We'll go.
No,
play.
Mortal Kombat 10. We'll play it on that when that comes out.
My favorite
There you
fighting
go.
I have to wait
game was
till
always
June.
my favorite fighting game was always Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is good. It's fantastic.
I play a lot of fighting games, and not many that I dislike. I love Soul Calibur
It's
and
because you've never played Balls.
Balls.
Balls 3D on the Super Nintendo. You want a bad fighting game? Play Balls.
All right, I'll play Balls.
My least
You know
favorite
what?
is Tekken, but
Coming up, Connor plays Balls.
Has anybody played like Blaze Blue?
Yes.
Yeah,
Or
I thought it
what's
was
the other one?
BlazBlue.
I don't know.
No,
Always-
it's Blaze Blue.
I've always heard it pronounced Blaz.
That's weird.
Like when I
Or
went
was
to
that
the when I went
King
to
of Fighters?
They even say it in the
yeah,
game.
when I went to the anime convention, everyone there, like the people who were running it, were calling it BlazBlue.
That's because the people who run the things have no idea of the things they're running. That's actually true. A lot of those people are just hired to be there for a minimum wage. But anyways, on to other news. We've got the actual official confirmation. I told you guys about this earlier, but the next Call of Duty game is Black Ops 3, not Modern War, not World at War 2 or anything like that. We're not going
I
back.
didn't like World at War.
You didn't like World at War? Why
I
is
like
that?
World at War.
Why'd you like World at War?
I just didn't. I thought the gameplay or the gunplay sucked.
You
Had
hated the
actual
old school
war.
guns or what?
No, it wasn't the. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Like if I'm not a big Call of Duty fan to begin
Yeah.
with, you guys are all staring at me like I said something wrong.
Well, no, you're
No,
talking.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
play it.
I'm like I'm not a big Call of Duty person in general, but in particular, World at War was bad. Like I just really didn't enjoy
It's
it.
actually one of my favorites, actually, of the series.
I enjoyed the gore.
Well, that just
Yeah, the
goes-
gore is pretty awesome.
That just goes with our typical
Yeah,
pattern.
I know. Everything Andrew hates, I like, or everything. Yeah,
I mean,
vice
my
versa.
my favorite Call of Duty was Call of Duty 4. Like
That was good.
that was my
Oh.
absolute favorite.
No, that was very
so
good.
arcadey.
I just liked.
really quick.
I personally liked World at War because it was the last really good World War II shooter.
Yeah, my favorite shooter in general of all those is like I said this before.
Medal of
Medal of
Honor.
Honor Rising Sun.
Okay, yeah, I played like almost every Medal of Honor game on the PS2. Cody, any opinions on the Call of Duties?
I don't play. I haven't played a single Call of Duty ever. So
Never.
No.
Oh,
I
wow.
played. I think I played Modern Warfare 2. Is there number 2? Right?
Yes, there's Modern Warfare 2 and
That's
3.
the only one I played.
Honestly, it's
Only
not
one.
really.
It's not different.
And I
it's
played
kind of-
zombies. And I
It's
played
not the biggest
zombies,
thing.
so-
The last one I played was Black Ops. I enjoyed it. I played Black Ops 2 at a friend's house, but meh.
If you want a
Yeah,
good
I'm
Call of
not
Duty
a fan.
experience, play Battlefield.
I
They're
mean,
totally different, honestly. But
I know.
the last COD I played was Advanced Warfare on the 360. 'cause
Hold on, can I stop you? Did you say COD? Did you just like
I did say
abbreviate?
COD.
Okay.
Because
I
I don't
COD,
want
yeah.
to say Call of Duty. I don't want to spend the extra 2 seconds to say Call of Duty. I want to say COD.
yeah, all right.
Cody.
Three syllables too much.
It's too
Anyways.
much,
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. You
Yeah.
okay? Can I say
Yeah,
COD,
yeah.
Cody?
I suppose.
Okay.
I'll let it happen for now.
Can you say COD? CODdy? Oh,
That's a real D slapper. Oh wow.
All right, go on, Steve-O.
Okay, so I got Advanced Warfare on my 360. I only had it for... I liked it. It wasn't bad. It was, it was like playing Titanfall without the big, gigantic
Without the robots. Yeah.
Which I do enjoy Titanfall, but it's just such a small
I
game.
got so bored of Titanfall, but keep
It
going.
was only like 4 maps and
Yeah.
modes. But basically, I only had it for 2 weeks until I got bored with it.
Yeah.
Because mostly the only people who play 360 are like little kids
Yeah.
who didn't get an X-Bone.
Tuh.
So, yeah, just traded that in. Got Bayonetta.
Yeah. You mentioned Titanfall there. Like, I got it because I had the Xbox One, and then it was like, I did not like it. I was just so bored the whole time I was playing it. I was like, I don't get.
I mean,
it was supposed to be a system seller, and it was boring. I never like felt intense or anything.
Well, let's see how the sequel is. They're coming out with 2.
Yeah, it's coming out on the PS4.
But I mean, when I played it, I enjoyed it. I'm like this is a robot game. I mean, I'm having fun.
You guys ever touch that at all?
Nope.
Titanfall? No?
Nope.
Oh well.
Yeah.
All right, and this is a big news that you've probably already heard of it. I mean, but I just want to get the opinions going on. Is that Nintendo postponed Zelda again? The next Zelda. However, at the same time, just a week before they did that, they announced the Nintendo NX, the new Nintendo console. That's to replace the Wii U. And as you guys know, the Wii U's been selling like
garbage.
Yeah.
I am
For lack
one
of
of the
better.
10 people who own a Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U's been not doing so great.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's accepting that. And it seems, because they're delaying Zelda, and I'm thinking this is that they're going to come out with a Zelda on the NX. They might come out with it on the Wii U as well, like they did with the GameCube and Wii with Twilight Princess.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to make it the definitive Zelda. The new Zelda game is going to be on the NX, whatever they're going to actually call it.
I think the NX stands for Nintendo Extreme.
That'd actually be cool. Like Extreme. Yeah, it's go back to the old Super idea.
It's so dumb, man. The Wii U is such a bad name for a console. I've
Yeah.
been saying this all along. Like, parents... Nintendo consoles are bought by fanboys like Steve.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, most of the
I
time
had one.
it's bought by fanboys and it's bought by mothers and parents who buy stuff for their kids because when they were younger, Nintendo was around, so they trust Nintendo, right? But when the Nintendo Wii U came out, they're just like, oh, it's just like an expansion for this. They're like, why would we get that? We already have a Wii.
Right.
It's so dumb. It's like they do the same thing with the DSs too. DSi, DSXL, DS, whatever the fuck.
Like,
It's dumb.
you know, the thing that didn't help with that, they probably would have gotten away with calling it Wii U if they didn't come out with attachments left and right for that thing. The Wii Fit board, you know, there was the Wii Fit board, there was the tennis rackets, all this other, like, the gun, the blaster, the Wii blaster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had the title Wii and then everything else.
See, and you know what? You know what's the main thing? They already did it once before. Why couldn't they have just called it the Super Wii?
Yeah. That would have worked. Or Wii Plus. Like the new Nintendo 3DS. That's a dumb name. New. Like when they put new, like when they slap new Super Mario Brothers there, it's not new after a year.
Their code names are always so much better than their actual names. Like, am I the only one that would have loved my Wii to be called a Dolphin? Or was that the
No, that was the
GameCube?
N64.
Well, that was the N64?
No, Dolphin was the GameCube, you're right.
Like, I
the
would
Wii was the Revolution.
The Revolution. See, the Nintendo Revolution. Bought it, day one.
Way cooler.
The Nintendo Dolphin. Bought it, day one.
The GameCube was a cool
The
name.
DS was codenamed DS.
Yeah, that was the only one they were like, yep. Yeah, I thought the GameCube was a cool name though. But the thing that was a dumb idea back on the GameCube. Let's have all this great power, this awesome video RAM. Like for the time being, it was the best. And then they're like, but let's make tiny discs so we can't utilize any of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember my dad bought me my first GameCube, and he got the thing. He was like ready for a big honking disc, like a PS2 disc. He looks at it, he's like, I paid fucking $60 for this little disc.
Yeah.
I was really surprised, like that the premiere edition, in my opinion, of Resident Evil 4 was on GameCube.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it was better graphics than the PS2 version.
Yeah, I was. Whenever I took out a disc, like I felt like I was playing with like a child's toy because the disc it's like about as big as an average man's penis. So.
Okay. Are we talking about girth?
Hold on.
Anyways,
I'm sorry, I didn't say that right. Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, like honestly though, like this just seems like one bad decision after another for Nintendo. And when will this come out? Like, I don't think it's coming out this year. I think that's too fast.
Yeah.
But I can feel it coming next year. Like people are saying that no, it's going to come out in 2017. I'm like, they really want to get away from the Wii U. I mean, they're delaying Zelda, which was supposed to come out this year. Zelda was supposed to come out this year. So if they're delaying it, and they've announced a new system, how long are they going to delay it for? And it just seems like they're going to put it on the NX, and that's probably going to come out next year.
I thought I remember reading an article. I thought the main reason why they delayed it was so that something they found out something that they could do with a game, and so they're adding it into the game.
Exactly.
Might just
They're
be an
finding out
excuse.
that they can make it better by putting it on the NX. That's another thing they could be doing.
I mean, what is the NX even look like?
I've always held this opinion about the Wii U. While the Wii U is the least selling console, I feel like it has the best games out of any one of the consoles. It has, like, if you're a true gamer, then
You
want a
buy PC.
Wii U. No, Wii U, I mean from the consoles. From the consoles. Shut up with your PC Master Race propaganda bullshit.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's not really bullshit, but enough of that though. Like, yeah, sure, I'm full
Like,
support that PC's better, but
But, like, if you look at Nintendo, like, all their first-party games always get great reviews.
I'll give this to you. If someone's gonna own consoles, like, they should always own a PC and then a Wii U would probably be the better bet. Because honestly, all the good games on console are on PC. And then there's like a couple exclusives that
There's usually, if like goes like this
That's
in
the thing
terms
is-
of exclusive, like Nintendo doesn't have any of their stuff come on PC.
right.
Zero.
Nintendo that's what I'm saying.
And
Nintendo's
then,
got
like,
those
and then
exclusives.
Sony has like
So-
I would say like out of their exclusives,
They're
like
half.
for PlayStation's like half. Yeah, I was about to say like half and half. Everything that's developed in studio, like MLB The Show, Uncharted, God of War, Little Big Planet.
But like Sony
Never gonna be on PC.
You know, but like Payday. Sony Computer Entertainment of America made Payday. It's on PC. You know, Microsoft.
Microshaft is gonna put everything.
Everything comes out on
Steam.
PC that Microsoft makes, except for Halo.
By the way,
Forza.
by the way, can we not call it PC anymore? Can't we just call it Steam now?
Steam, yeah.
Like Steam is its own console.
Well, except for fucking like EA with their Origin, and what was it? And Ubisoft with Uplay.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
if someone
They took all their games off
if
of
someone
Steam.
if I honestly think this is a bold prediction. I think that gaming on PC might die if, for the most part, if the Steam machines are actually really good, because people.
Oh, they're just computers.
I know, but they're only made for Steam. It's like, you know what I mean?
No, it's just Steam OS. They're not like they were going to be something more. They're just PCs now. They're all they are is instead of running Windows, it's running Steam OS. It's nothing spectacular. You can download Steam OS on any computer. That's how easy it is. Like, there's nothing special about a Steam machine. You can buy a Steam machine and then put Windows on it. That's all it is.
That's dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb. The Steam machine was going to be something cool. It was going to be this thing where it's like
Whatever.
you have an entry level, mid level, top. They got rid of that. People just made their own specs. Now you have to do all the guesswork of buying a PC again.
Whatever. I'm just gonna buy an Ouya.
An Ouya. You know what an Ouya is, right?
No, it sounds awful.
It's a
Ouya.
it
It's
plays.
not awful.
It's not awful, but it's all it does is play Android. It's the Android marketplace, but in a console.
So it's kind of like the Shield.
Yeah.
It's like the Shield, but not portable.
It's only like $100.
It's a
$100.
little box.
You get
Okay.
you get a box. You get to hook it up on your console. So anything you want to play that's on Android, that you ever want to play the controller on your TV.
The coolest
right?
part is you could put ROMs on it, but not anymore. They patched that out of it.
Anyway,
that's
Nintendo's gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
They're-
Who?
they're- if it wasn't for the 3DS, they wouldn't be around.
Here's the real question: is Nintendo going to pull a Sega?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, no, because Sega develops games for Nintendo.
Well, my point is, are they going to stop developing consoles?
No.
No.
No, because they will.
They have too much
I
money.
think Nintendo will never have their brand, their characters appear on another console.
Not true. They just announced this as well, that they are putting Nintendo trademarks, stuff like, they're making apps. They're making games for mobile.
That's different. Mobile's not.
It's
Mario Run, that's basically going to be.
I know,
really
but
don't-
it's
I really
that
don't
it's that
consider
it's
that.
that dip in the kiddie pool though. Maybe like right now it's we make one little app, and then next thing we know we got a full-fledged
Apps
Mario
are
game.
different.
It was a game. I call it apps, but it's a game on mobile.
Right.
For one thing we go, it's like, all right, it's this running game. Next thing we know, boom.
Maybe I'm old school, but I really don't consider phones as a gaming platform.
Yeah, me neither. I don't play too much on it, but
And
it's
probably
there.
Nintendo doesn't feel that way either.
But
I mean, like you will never see a Nintendo character on a Sony console or legitimately or a Microsoft console. Like when the Xbone 9 comes out, it's not going to be.
Unless you consider Banjo to be a Nintendo character
Well, that's
before.
rare.
Banjo's pretty
You know what?
fantastic.
Rare used to be Nintendo.
Well, if
though.
you're going to go that way,
Wasn't
then-
Link in Soul Calibur?
Yes.
Yeah,
but
but
that
that
But that was a
uh,
GameCube exclusive.
GameCube exclusive. Spawn was in the Xbox, and Heihachi was in the PS2 version.
See what I mean? Like there was this thing. Nintendo Marvel Ultimate Alliance was originally going to have Samus and Link in it
Yes.
for the Nintendo exclusive version, but the developers built that build on a Sony PlayStation 2, and so they were playing like Sony PS2 with the Nintendo characters in it, and that's why it didn't happen, because they were just like, no, you should have made the build on the GameCube, because you didn't build a build on the PS2.
Jeez.
We're not going to let you use our characters now. They're so headstrong about it in terms of their first party stuff. The last time that they gave their rights to somebody to build on their own console was the Philips CDI.
Yeah, and that turned out into a horror. There's been enough YouTube videos to know how that went out.
Exactly. Like, they're giving their licenses to other companies now, like Koei, to make the... But it's on a Nintendo console.
They gave it to Bandai to do Smash Bros.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's still on Nintendo
Yeah.
consoles.
I don't see them dying out like Sega did, but if they keep up what's going on, they might stop making consoles and only go with handhelds. I think they might start
I
dedicating...
could live with that.
I feel like, because the DS is selling fine, everyone loves the DS, there's nothing wrong with it. And my only problem with the Wii U is, like, you get it, and it's like you could play their exclusives. You can beat New Super Mario World in like a week, and that's just playing at a decent pace. Those
games never change in price. So
yeah, and it's like you buy it, you could play it, and then what next? I mean, you could play it again, but I don't know. The new Mario games don't have as big of a replayability as the old ones.
They
do.
have the stars. They have the stamps.
Yeah, but you could collect all stuff. But how far? Like even,
They
let's
have
say
a
you
bunch
do
of
collect
special worlds.
everything. You collect everything in Mario. You finish Pikmin 3. You play through Bayonetta.
But you're comparing single player games to other single player games. It's like saying the same thing. Like no normal.
No.
Person's not going to play Uncharted.
No.
Like
I get
93
that.
times.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, that's all that is on the Nintendo Wii U.
Well, a lot of people. Well, I mean, the exact opposite. Like a lot of people use their Wii U. They love Mario Kart, whatever it is, 8.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8, Mario Party 10. A lot of people think. I know a lot of people own Smash on the 3DS, but a lot of people think the Wii U version is the definitive version. Like, there's other
Steve-O's raising his hand here.
right, there's other things that people come back over and over again. It's like people don't keep Sony consoles and stuff like that necessarily because of the single player games. You play them, you enjoy them. Maybe you play it like once or twice every few years or whatever.
I get all that. I'm just saying, I think they just need the third party, and like they don't have it
because people don't want to develop for them.
Because they are stubborn with their technology. Yeah.
The HD Super Mario guy.
Yeah, the guy made the HD Mario, and they just shut it down instantly.
I mean, if I was in Nintendo, I would hire him. Like, he did that all by himself,
Yeah, or like make him have a development team or something.
The new guys are making Splatoon, which
Splatoon looks like it might be okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna try it.
I'm interested.
I'm not gonna hate it.
I definitely want to play it, but
yeah.
But it's like if you look at every single exclusive like that Nintendo has made, not a single one has gotten bad reviews. That's the thing.
True.
Like, even though it may not have the largest library, it has the consistently highest rated library. Even games that people thought were like the Toad game that came out.
Captain Toad.
Captain
Toad. Like, even people at worst were saying like, it's all right. But you know what I mean? Like, no game has flopped. No game that they put their money behind has been like a disaster.
Correct.
Other than maybe like Zombie U, whatever that came out like
Zombie
the first
U,
week or whatever.
Or Red Steel didn't do too hot.
On the original Wii.
I have Red Steel too.
Everyone was so hyped about that.
I was hyped about that.
Yeah, man.
really cool.
I had the Wii. I was like.
But you know what? Red Steel 2 was awesome.
Yeah, Red Steel 2 was
Did
pretty
any of you guys
badass.
play that?
Yes,
I have it.
You put in the Wii Motion Plus and it actually finally follows your sword.
Like they said it
should
would.
have been. That's all I'm saying is like I really have a hard time feeling that Nintendo will ever stop making consoles because they make consistently such great games.
But they have those dry spells. It's like, you buy a Wii U, you play a game, and then you just don't have anything to play for like the longest time. Like that's what happened on the Wii. There was like 3 years in between Super Mario Galaxy 2, and then it was like nothing. And then they came with the last story at the very end.
But they are bringing back. They just announced in the last Direct last week that like they're gonna start porting N64 games.
They're bringing it to the Virtual Console.
And DS.
Why wasn't that on release? That was already on Wii. You could
immediately on the store.
When you can open your Wii Virtual Console on the Wii U. So theoretically, you could just open up the Wii market, buy all your N64 games, and still play them on the Wii U the same way. So like when they said, "Oh, we're putting N64 there," they're not remastering them. They're just it's just ported on there.
It's just like I said, I just have a hard time because even though they have dry spells, like every single person who owns a Wii U, like you would think 95% of Wii U owners own Smash Brothers.
I sold my Wii U.
95% of Wii U owners own Mario Kart. You know what I mean? Like, they may not have the biggest, like I said, but every time they release a game, everyone, maybe it's just because they're so hungry for games.
Maybe.
But they go out and buy whatever they
That's
bring
probably
out.
why. It's like, you know,
Like,
I mean, let's put it this way. Like, right now, well, on the consoles it always out, but like PC right now, you're getting 2 games this week, 2 huge ones. And then next month you're getting The Witcher. And then after that you're getting just, it's like there's a constant spill of games coming out on the bigger, like on the other consoles, not bigger, but, I mean, we call them bigger because they're more in the limelight, but PC, Xbox One, and PS4, it's like they get games every month.
but the difference is like all these different games that have been hyped, like Infamous Second Son was supposed to be like amazing, and people only thought it was okay. Or what Sunset Overdrive, people were like so
That game,
hyped about
that game got good reviews. If you're gonna go with reviews,
like I'm just
Sunset
saying,
Overdrive got like 9s all around.
All I'm saying is that like these other consoles, they push out these games and like
Yeah, but
half
I
of
like
them are only okay.
Like, I
to
played
shit.
Super Mario World 3D Land, or
You thought
3D
it was
World.
really good, right?
I thought it was good. I thought it was better on the DS, the 3D Land. I thought 3D Land was better, and it was the same thing, but on console, and it wasn't as good. It was less levels, and it wasn't as
The
creative in my
difference-
mind.
this is the last thing to say. The difference between Nintendo and other companies is that Nintendo knows how to push their games, and whenever they do push a game and get behind it, you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to be a good game. But if you look at past examples from like Microshaft, like they thought Two Human was going to be the next big thing, and that game was shit. Sony has had flops too. Like, it's just how it is.
You know, I just remembered, the Wii U is also going to get, it's not Nintendo made, but I forgot who made it. The Devil's Third, which is that one where the dude's like a really big commando, and he has like a samurai sword and guns. I mean, I think they're starting to...
What's your opinion on all this, Cody?
Oh yeah,
What do you think about Nintendo?
I don't know. I just haven't generally been keeping up with them very much. Because, I mean, I'm just kind of in my own little world with console gaming, so I don't really see too much of Nintendo. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're just.
See, that's what I'm saying. You're completely neutral on this. Like, you're not a huge console gamer. I mean, you have a PS3 and you played Xbox, but you're mostly PC when it comes to gaming, like at least in modern times. But you know, you're not a fanboy and you're not against them. What do you think about Nintendo?
I just think they're kind of. I've always just thought they kind of do the same thing over and over again. Like, I don't see much change day to day with them. Like, it's either a Mario game or a Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like generally what they do. It's either Mario, Zelda, Kirby, or some random out of nowhere game. Like, it's like that's basically it. Like, that's, you can pretty much guess what they're gonna do next.
It's every console.
I mean, not always. I mean,
Well,
with
that's
Xbox,
like they
with
got the
Xbox.
third parties. That's the big deal. Like, Nintendo was about to have Rayman. They were about to have that exclusively, and then, you know, Ubisoft dropped them on that. But it, you know, exclusives are cool. I enjoy them highly. I mean, honestly, like there's tons of fun to be had in exclusives, but it's at the point where, you know, how do you keep your appetite fed and
If someone like us is going to buy a Wii U, though, like, let's say if we all have a Wii U in this fantasy world, if we all have a Wii U and we all have an Xbox One and we all have a PS4, okay, let's say that Diablo 5, I'm just putting it out there, when
Okay.
Diablo 5 comes out,
Why would 5 come out before 4?
Because we're in a fantasy world.
Okay.
Okay, Diablo 5 comes out, and it's being released on Wii U, PC, Xbox One, and PS4. You guys don't want to buy it on PC for some reason, because Diablo 3 is actually better on console. A lot of people said that.
It's all because of the dodge mechanic.
Exactly.
That was the biggest thing.
If you have all three of these consoles, you're not going to pick Wii U. You're going to buy it on one of the other two consoles. People always buy, even because of the achievements or the trophies.
Well, okay.
Little things like
That brings up a reason. Why doesn't Nintendo put achievements? Why is Nintendo's internet architecture archaic as fuck? You know, like, it's worse than the Xbox original was. When you have to call it Xbox original, I hate that too. We can't call it the Xbox One, those bastards. You have to call it the Xbox original. Their internet is worse than that. Like, you can't just connect with your friends. You have to do all
I
the
agree.
it's
All the codes.
like
and stuff.
Nintendo makes
Friend
it.
codes.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying though. Nintendo makes it harder to game. They make it harder. Like, you can't just be like, I'm gonna go ahead and play this with my friends. It's like, all right, you got to get all these numbers. You have to like make sure they're online. It's not like. It doesn't tell you when your friends come online.
Actually, on the 3DS it does.
It does now. Okay.
Yeah.
It didn't
and then
for the
you
longest
could just
time.
like
What
is it?
What took them 3 years to do that now?
All I'm saying is that people who buy Wii U are buying the Wii U for the exclusives.
Yeah.
They're most likely if they're not
Well,
only going to own a Wii U.
See, but that's now that's the thing. People can only buy a PS4 or an Xbox One and be happy and fine. They don't have to buy another one. They don't have to be playing on PC.
There's a
They
million people content. I mean, a perfect example is Matt owns a Wii U, and that's all he plays.
And his DS, but he almost always plays only his DS.
That's all I'm saying. People who own just Wii U's are happy. Look at this guy.
Hey,
he doesn't an Xbox and he PC games.
Mac.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't fucking judge me.
This guy's the guy with a Mac and a Windows phone, man. Gaming on a Mac.
Don't give me shit. I don't have $600 for a fucking iPhone.
about
Yeah,
my
you bought a
computer for $300?
You bought a $1,200 Mac.
Hey, it was a graduation gift from my grandmother.
Just saying, your excuse doesn't work.
So can we all agree
Shut
that Nintendo's DRM sucks? Or not DRM, their copyright stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm gonna go cry tonight.
I'm pissed off at Nintendo, how they're doing with the YouTube, how they're doing with people who create stuff, how they're doing with just their fans. Everything's, I don't know, I'm just getting a bad vibe from Nintendo. I used to be a Nintendo fanboy. Like, I'll fully say that. I was, like, in love with Nintendo as a kid. It was like, fuck everything else. Even though I had a PlayStation, like, it was, I still loved PlayStation, but I was like, fuck Sega, fuck Xbox, I'm playing Nintendo. And then, as I get older, I'm just like, oh god, Nintendo, why?
I was always a Sony fanboy.
Oh, yeah. I've had, the only reason I'm a Sony fanboy is, first of all, Christmas back in the day, my parents saved a bunch of pocket change and were able to buy 2 consoles. They got my other brothers, the N64, and they got me and my younger brother the PlayStation. And it was like, alright, awesome. And I felt I got the better end of the deal. That's how I felt. And then I won a PS2 for $1 the week it came out. Brand new system for $1 at Goodwin's grocery store. So that was awesome. That's the main big reason I was playing PlayStation. But
I've always been more of a PlayStation guy.
Kingdom
but now I'm
Hearts.
a PC. For
like-
the past 2 years now, I've done almost nothing but play PC games, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just better.
PS2 for 10 years, then someone bought me a 360, so I played 360, but literally since my girlfriend bought me a PS3, I didn't really touch my 360.
Yeah,
Like, literally, as soon as I'm like, I'm done.
you're done with a 360. Yeah.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
I own
That's
some-
how I was. I did the same thing with the 360. I got a PS3 and I was like, this is fucking awesome. It's way better.
And it's like, eventually...
Every game that was on both of them was better on PS3.
It's like,
yeah.
hold on, what's...
Way better.
What's,
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed, I was telling you before. I was watching Assassin's Creed Revelations, and I played it on PS3. Like, that's what I got it for. My friend bought it for me for Christmas. And I was playing it, I was like, oh man, these graphics are fantastic. Like, you can see the hay when you jump into it. The water actually looks like water. I was like, this looks pretty sweet. And then I went over to my other friend's house, and they had it on Xbox. And I was watching, and I was like, man, because I hadn't played it for a couple months. I was like, man, I don't remember it looking this bad. And I was like, no, it didn't. It didn't look this bad. What are you playing this on? Xbox. No wonder it looks like hell. This sucks. Like, I didn't know the graphics were that bad. Like, Jesus Christ, the PS3 just, totally trumped it. Totally trumped it. On graphics, anyways. Like, I think my big argument was I was like, I love both of them. PlayStation and Xbox. But PlayStation, it had the online free. That was great. It had really good
Which
games.
it no longer has.
It had really good games that the Xbox didn't have, and it had way better graphics. But for me, always the Xbox won with games. Like, it had way more, way better games. Like, for me, I always saw everything I wanted was on Xbox, and then, went over here to PS3, and I was like, there's a couple games I might want.
Biggest thing about Xbox versus PlayStation. Xbox, if you want multiplayer.
Absolutely.
Fucking Sony, if you want to be playing big single-player epics.
Yeah.
Or
That's-
Japanese RPGs.
Single-player epics.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
That's still legit.
Uncharted,
Let's
Uncharted, Infamous, JRPG, the JRPGs, Infamous, fucking Uncharted, Last of Us, God of War. Those are all single player. They're all pretty damn awesome. I mean, then you look at Xbox, you got Gears of War, Halo, the better Call of Duty experience if you want to go with that. They usually have everything first, and it's usually made for the Xbox.
Yeah.
God, what are the Forza? Like the Forza series, just fantastic.
What's the other one? There was another one.
On PlayStation, MLB The Show.
Little Big Planet. on PlayStation.
Oh yeah, Little Big
Well,
Planet.
that one.
That's a fantastic game.
That's on Vita.
It is, yeah.
You and your Vita.
I
You
Vitas
give
are
me
awesome.
shit for having
I
a
know.
Wii and a 3DS.
I give shit on Steve-O for buying all the weird shit, and I have a Vita, and I love it.
Yeah, every time you talk shit about me owning all my amiibos and my
Fuck
fucking Wii U, I'm gonna say, how's your Vita and your games?
I play my Vita almost daily. Thank you very
There's
much.
only one game
Well,
I ever
then
wanted
don't
to play
talk
on
shit.
What's that?
Vita. Gravity Rush. Or
Oh, that
whatever
game's
it's called.
fantastic. I
That-
loved it.
That's the only game I ever wanted to play on
I got
Vita.
close to platinuming that one. But
Alright, so I don't even remember what we were talking about originally, but
We
either
talked
way,
about Nintendo, then we went off to talk about
Nintendo
Japanese.
games, PC Master Race, all that bullshit.
every day,
I'm
you know,
not a person.
I like this gaming network on Facebook called TGN, the Gaming Nation or the Gaming Army. I don't remember what it stands for, right? And every single day they post up a picture saying just your daily dose of PC Master Race propaganda. Every single day they post something like that, and I'm just like, why do I like you guys?
At least they're admitting that it's propaganda.
Yeah.
They're like specifically saying it's bullshit, but it's awesome at the same time.
See, I don't have anything against PC gamings.
How could you?
But gaming, I enjoy it more on console.
Yeah. No, like, how could you really have anything against PC gaming? It's like, oh, we offer all the same games, but you can play it how you like and mod it, and it's cheaper.
Well, you could
usually.
be like Chris and absolutely hate things for no particular reason.
Yeah, that's because he's a Sony fanboy, or no, an Xbox fanboy.
No, he's
Sony fanboy.
He's all
They're
about
the same
PS3.
thing. It's-
They're the same thing, and I owned both of them, so I was just like, yeah, you know, they're both good in their own right. I prefer Xbox a little more, but yeah, I was like, yeah, you know, PlayStation's got Killzone. I freaking love Killzone.
Oh yeah, that was
We
one
forgot
of,
about
that was
Killzone.
one on PlayStation.
Killzone's
That's a
great.
multiplayer. Yeah,
Yeah,
that one
but-
had both. That was
Wasn't Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank?
That's dead.
Oh, we forgot
That's
about the
fucking
obvious
dead.
Single,
ones.
But then-
no, they're not.
No,
they
they might
released
be
that.
remaking
Ratchet
Jack.
and Clank
They had the HD.
No, they just
that's
it's like a year ago. They just
No,
had
that was
like
that
Crack in Time.
Wasn't that shitty one with the 4 players, and it was not the same game at all, and everyone
Oh,
hated
no,
it?
yeah, that's All for One?
That's All for One, not a Crack in Time.
Okay, I
a
didn't
Crack
see-
in Time was amazing.
Okay, I didn't
Oh,
like
and
Crack in
Sly
Time.
Cooper.
Sly Cooper's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
again,
wait for
that's a
Sly
single
Cooper.
player. That's
Yeah.
no, Killzone. We're getting on the fact that it's not a single player game. That's awesome. On
It
the
can be single player and
Resistance.
it can be
Yeah.
single player and be awesome,
That's
or it can
because
be
what I said
multiplayer
earlier,
and be
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, you know what's a really
Both
good
ways.
single player multiplayer game on PlayStation exclusive? Twisted Metal, man.
Just
Oh,
know.
yeah.
God, have they made?
Yeah, they
No, that was like-
PS3, and it got bad reviews with Dollface and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
And by
fun.
the way, I completely agree with you. Resistance is awesome.
I think Resistance is shit. Okay?
I had
was
Resistance
alright.
on the PSP,
It was
and I
alright,
had
yeah.
No,
fun.
it's complete shit. You'll play it at my house and see it with like.
I love that
nowadays.
game.
Oh
Seriously,
my
my
god.
favorite shooter on the PS3. I liked it better than shooting wise. Liked it better than Uncharted and The Last of Us.
Hey, but hold on, I was saying that like
Sorry.
Chris.
Talked about Chris before
Yeah.
the podcast. People know you hate him.
I know, but I just want to explain how much he, for some reason, hates Xbox. We were just talking. He would only play Minecraft on it. That's the only time, and he was just like hated it the whole time. He loved Minecraft, but then anytime we were like, yeah, this is the Xbox this, and he was like, oh, the Xbox fucking sucks. I was like, well, then why are you fucking playing it, dude? Why are you playing it? And he's like, oh, because I love Minecraft. And I was like, well, the PS3 doesn't have Minecraft. Oh, guess who's better now?
Dude, he's totally gonna start loving Microsoft because they bought Minecraft. I think
He better start loving him. Yeah.
Alright.
But then he was just like talking all mad
Oh
shit
my
on him.
God.
I was like, dude, like he was like, man, the Xbox sucks. It's so terrible. I was like, what's so terrible about it? And he just had no legitimate reasons. And I was like, dude, why do you hate Xbox?
Because he's a fanboy.
Did they kill your family and rape your dog? What have they done to you that made you hate them? Like,
no,
come on.
They did it the other way around.
They raped his family and killed his dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then that makes sense.
That makes sense now. It all makes sense. Alright, thanks for listening. This is the UberCrit podcast. This is Connor, Cody, Andrew, and Steve the Vagina.
Hey!
Thank you for listening.
New nickname.
Check out more to come for gaming previews, reviews, let's play, and all that other bullshit.
And Dick.
And Dick. Yeah. Subscribe if you like us, and leave your comments down below.
And go away.
And
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. Yes. Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Tell us what you think about
Wii U.
Nintendo. Tell us what you think about Nintendo. Yeah. Later, guys.
Amiibos.